another edition of A Meeting with Gervis. Joining me today is Mr. Clarence Lazard, Reverend Clarence Lazard, and of course he's with Dads and Kids. We'll hear about what Dads and Kids has coming up, what Mr. Lazard's been up to, and you'll hear about that, of course, right now on A Meeting with Gervis. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Welcome, Pastor Lazard.
Thank you, Mr. Gervis, so much for having me on your show.
Glad to have you.
We were talking about just being a community leader.
Right.
I'm just awesome. I'm awesome that you decided to have me on your great show. I know you got many followers.
Yes.
Just to talk about what we do in Dads and Kids. I'm a little bit everywhere. So I'm
But you
Pastor Clarence Lazard of the St. Luke Baptist Church, first of all, the church that I love so very much, down in Opelousas, Louisiana. Also, I am a staff member of CASA,
Right.
of St. Landry Banyan, where we advocate for kids that are in foster care. Then I met some guys, a group of guys who call Dads and Kids, a very special group that we try to get back to community as dads. It was founded really by one of the guys' sons who had the opportunity to have his dad in school and a positive role model. And his son said, why don't you create a group where dads would come together and support kids that are in school? And then Dads and Kids was founded.
Okay. So Dads and Kids has a lot of programs coming up. Of course, we know the beginning of school year, you do the greeting.
Right.
And so bringing the kids into the school year with a positive attitude, cheering them in. And so we celebrate you all for doing that. Definitely want to say thank you, going back to the pastorship. Thank you so much for continuing the St. Luke Baptist Church and the community that it's always been in. You've been there how many years, the church?
I've been there, the church has been there like 60-something years, so
Okay.
I've only been there about 12 years as the pastor.
Okay.
So it is awesome to be in that community, to come behind other great leaders. I know you're sure familiar with Mr. J.J. Mott.
Right.
Pastor Mott was one of the founders of that church, so big shoes to fill, so I'm just grateful that people in that community allow me to be the pastor of that great church.
Okay. So, and of course, St. Luke has service on which days?
We have church service on Sunday mornings at 10 o'clock. We also do Bible studies on Wednesday night at 6 o'clock.
Okay, so you're welcome to join them. You'll do online as well.
We do online and we do in person. So I'm always doing online for people that just can't make it out. We have some elder people that just always on the line. And so we try to make it available. We think that COVID was a bad thing, in a way it was. But it opened up our eyes to know that there are other avenues to be able to minister to other people who can't make it in person to the building.
Right.
But yet they want to share, they want to hear good news about what God has for them. So we do it live and we do it on Zoom every Sunday, and every Wednesday we do it on Zoom.
Okay, beautiful. And of course, back to Dads and Kids. Dads and Kids. Dads and Kids is an organization within itself, but you all are networking with other people.
Yes. So right now we're getting ready to gear up. We are networking with the Acadiana workforce. They're putting on, we kind of helping them out. We kind of co-sponsoring a job fair, which is going to be held in Eunice, Louisiana, at the Southwest Pavilion, or Southwest Community Center.
Right.
The first part of it is going to be April the 8th, and so that part is going to be the prep work. There is a part where they're bringing in people that's going to be able to help you with a resume.
Okay.
That be to coach you through an interview. That be to they're trying to get people to come in to expunge records. Some people can't get to that level of job that they want because of a record.
Mm-hmm.
It might be something simple where the people can expunge it, where you can get a tweet score, where you can go into a power plant. So we're bringing resources to the people that need it.
That's right.
Also, not only bringing the resources to people that need it, we're bringing the people that need workers, and we're trying to put them together.
Right.
And that's one of the things that really needs to happen in the community.
Right.
If the resource is not there and you have the people that are hungry for the resource, you have to figure out a way to get them two things together.
That's right.
And so, along with Ms. Rochelle, Ms. Rachel from Acadiana Workforce, they're doing great things. So they're trying to get a bunch of vendors who are going to come out, people like Walmart distribution center, people like some of these offshore companies out of the Eunice area, Cameron out of Bill.
Some real money.
Yeah, and where you get an opportunity to apply for some of these jobs. We're trying to reach out to Basil Prison. Just spoke to the lady, Miss Dorothy, out of the Ice Center in Brazil.
Okay.
That they trying to bring representatives over there. It's just people trying to get a job, and they need workers, and people need jobs.
So true.
And so we're trying to connect the two together, and we're just grateful that we are given this opportunity to partner with great people
Right.
in the workforce community.
And you're doing it with workforce, but you're also doing a whole rounded thing. You're also dealing with health.
Yeah, you got people. On Saturday we'll be doing a health fair with Opelousas Christian Family Worship.
Right.
That's the other side of my job with Costa, and
Okay.
so we'll be there. They're having a health fair from 11 to 1. Come on out, man. It's gonna be great. You got to be able to get information on. This is my biggest thing is mental health.
Right.
Right. If you need to get it, it's there available. If you need to figure out how to get an insurance card, it's available.
Okay.
If you need to figure out how to get somebody to sit with mama while I'm going to work, there are people there.
That's
right there. That's the resources, and we're trying to connect people once again with the resources, and that's important, man, because the Bible says, "What my people perish for, what
Like a knowledge. That's so true.
And so we bring in all these good things, and we want just the community free events.
Right.
Right, just walk in.
It don't cost you anything. Just show up.
Just show up.
Right.
We're not asking for your ID cards, your bank account.
That's
We're not
right.
asking you nothing. Not even asking for a dime.
Not a dime.
Just show up. Opelousas Christian.
And we might even feed you.
That's what I'm about to tell you. Opelousas Family Worship, last year they fed. Right?
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure it's gonna be the same way. Just come out. Anybody that want to come out and venture. People are always looking at the negative side of Opelousas.
Right.
Man, we have some good things
A
going on.
lot of good.
A lot of good things. And most of the events that I'm a part of, most of them are free events.
Mm-hmm.
Free events. That especially with dads and kids, we try to do free events.
Now, the thing I want to interject is I've been to a lot of job fairs with our people. And I know they have other than just black people watching this. And I don't care. I want to be straight. That's not him, that's me. Please dress appropriately. You're going for the job fair, dress like you're going for the first day of your job. You're going to the health fair. Go there prepared. Nobody want to be smelling your house. So come fresh, dress fresh, look for fresh ideas, and we'll be right back with more with Mr. Pastor Clarence Lazard after this. And we're back with Pastor Clarence Lazard with Dads and Kids, and he's telling us about the job fair, telling us about the health fair, and all what Dads and Kids has going on. He even shared with us about his church ministry and how you could visit with him or share in his ministry. Pastor Lazard, welcome back.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate you once again so much for allowing us to come and speak with your community, your live people. We thank you so much for thinking about dads and kids, man. We appreciate it so very much. The things we do, we believe are positive. And we want people to just get involved when we're doing something, just show up. Matter of fact, we talked about the positive morning. I think we were there the last time we did it in Opelousas, so we're coming back, doing it again this year. We would do it August the 10th, the start of school.
Okay.
First day of school would be at Opelousas Junior High. The principal over there, Mr. Chad LaMelle.
Okay.
We are inviting men, period. Man.
Okay.
It's important, man, that men get reintroduced into the family.
Right.
Because men, we have a positive role model.
That's
we
right.
are when we notice that when men are attached to the family, there is a positive change in kids.
That's
right. They want to do positive things because they have that positive backbone, that positive influence.
That's right.
That's dads and kids. We're not trying to be dads.
Mm-hmm.
We just want to be in the presence where we can draw other men to come out and just celebrate your kid. This is first day of school, right?
Mm-hmm.
Come and celebrate your kid. Come and support your kid. Even if you don't have a kid, you got a cousin, a nephew, a grandson.
Mm-hmm.
Show up at Opelousas Junior High 7 o'clock on the 10th, and we're just going to celebrate these kids as they come on their first day. Kids deal with a lot.
That's right.
We didn't have all these vices and all these things that they have to deal with on a daily basis. it makes it that much harder for them to learn. But when you got a positive role model in your life, it makes it easier.
That's right.
To know, we came up the old way.
That's right.
We learned from Daddy, who worked all his life and provided for us. He may not have told us that he loved us, but we knew he loved us.
That's right.
Because
by his action.
By his action, right?
Yeah.
And he showed us how to become men.
That's
right?
right. That's right.
He just didn't tell us, hey, do this, do that. Now he wore his pants a certain
That's
way.
right.
Right.
That's right. And the way he treated mom.
Right.
The way he treated mom. He didn't have to tell you nothing. You just saw when Daddy came in, how Mama responded. His food was prepared, his bath water was ready, and that's because she respected him because he gave that respect. She knew he went out there and made the money to bring the food and made the house comfortable for them.
Right.
So it came in turn with each other. So the children saw that and said, well, I'm going to treat Mama the way Daddy treat, and vice versa. So the whole family came together that way. So you're right. Now there's a disconnect because there's no daddy to give us that example. I think you all can be that example.
Yeah. And that's what we want to do, man. We want to encourage other men. It's another one, once again, another free event. What is it going to cost you? 30 minutes. 30 minutes from 7 to 7:30. The bus comes at 7 o'clock. Class station at 7:30. 30 minutes of your time.
Right.
I'm like, really, we're calling out men. We're doing videos. We talk to the chief of police. We've talked to people in the area. Yesterday I had a conversation with my friend Mr. Charles Cravens about the situation. And so we are trying to call out men.
Right.
I don't care who you are, fireman, that you work for the city. It doesn't matter.
Even if you don't work at all.
Well, just come.
If you're a man, if you're a real man, if you were born a man, we ain't getting into that. But if you were born a man, represent and be there for the young people. And some of you may not have nothing to do on that time anyway.
Right.
But if you are just getting off of work, you just get off of work, you can spend that time. On your way to work, you can spend that time. But if at all possible, some people always say, what can I do to make a difference in the community? This is one small thing.
Show up.
One small thing.
I mean, and you don't realize the impact that you have on a child when you just show up.
Right.
And when children see a group of men in the community that's trying to cheer them on, just to tell them, hey, have a good day.
Right.
We love you. This is a great start for you. You're going to do good this year. Just to encourage them on that day, makes that day go by.
One of the good examples is on this week, actually. We were at the cadet graduation, and the reaction we got from some of these little cadets who graduated, they were happy to see us in attendance because they worked for weeks and weeks the whole summer. And when they looked behind them and then saw the people that came to support them from the community, not just their relatives, but community people. Yeah. And so we saw it made a difference that day. And oftentimes you go to a football game, I see you everywhere. And so I know you often get people who are from your church, from the community, who say, I'm glad you're here. It's good to see you. So just your presence will make a difference for that day.
Yeah, and you just don't know, like your presence may change, make a difference between a child committing suicide or a child succeeding.
That's right.
Kids deal with a lot.
That's right.
And mental health is real. That's so true. Real issues. They have those real issues, and with a positive influence, it makes a big difference. Just that little kind word can change that whole dynamics around in the day that they happen. It might have came with a bad day.
That's right.
Off the top, but that's just like, look, I'm proud of you. I'm praying for you. You're gonna do good.
That's
something
right.
like that. Man, that changed everything around. Now I got some fire up under me that I want to learn everything I can learn. I want to reach as high as I can reach.
That does make a difference. We're going to come to a close. Thank you once again. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. But before we come to a complete close, we want to ask Pastor Clarence Lazard to give a message to St. Leger Parish, Opelousas, and Louisiana. Pastor Clarence.
Listen, St. Leger Parish, we love you so very much. And we just have to get back on track. I mean, these are a lot of good things going on in our community. We're going to try to drown out the negative with a whole bunch of positive. We know that we can do better. We are better than what people are claiming.
That's right.
There are a few things that are going wrong in our city, but there are a lot of good things going on in our city. And we're so proud of it, and we're just grateful to be a part of it. And so when you hear about dads and kids, when you hear about free events where it's bringing resources to connect with people that need to really show up.
That's right. Show up.
Show up. I mean, if you want to be a part of the rebuild, if you want to be a part of the positivity, just show up.
That's right.
That's all sometimes it takes to just show up. And the problem we have is we don't want to show up.
That's it. That's it. And then I said we're gonna close, but but so look, we're gonna say this. We're gonna say this. Oftentimes, Pastor Clarence, as along with myself, meet with people and they say there's nothing in Opelousas, nothing in San Antonio Parish. We are a testimony to the fact that, believe me, if you follow us for just one day, you'll find out there's a whole lot to be done here in Opelousas and San Antonio Parish. There's always an event going on, always a program going on, and like you said, in most cases, it's free and available to you and your entire family. It's been a meeting with Gervis. Like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, God bless you.